The Nightside Project. Finish the day happy with Ethan Millard and Alex Keary on KSL News Radio.
Now, the Zen headline, the purpose of the Zen headline is to bring a little bit of calm and happiness to your life. So we scour the news looking for those things that are going to
make you happy,
bring you some Zen. All right? We've even got a little bit of music for it. This is out of Seattle. A massive Seattle traffic jam this past week on Interstate 5. It was actually yesterday. Shut down area roads for about 8 solid hours out of concern that some hazardous material had spilled out in an accident. So while waiting in the traffic jam, a taco truck decided, hey, you know what? Why don't we step in here?
Free tacos?
Be the good guys. Nope, not free tacos. But the Tacos El Tajin truck opened up right there in the traffic jam and started selling tacos. Rachel McQuaid told the Seattle Times that she stepped up and ordered 2 steak and 2 chicken tacos for her and her husband. The El Tajin owner, Thomas Lopez, told the Seattle Times that he and his employees are, quote, ready to serve food everywhere. Isn't that
everywhere
great?
And at any time.
Isn't that great right in the middle of the traffic jam? You know, the one other thing they needed was a truck full of porta potties to say, hey, while we're here.
Oh, you've been.
I will tell you something, man. There's nothing worse than being in a traffic jam.
That's out of some of the ideas you've had over the years on our show, when there was a massive Snowmageddon moment, Snowmageddon 2013 or
everyone
something.
Stuck out on the highway.
It was in the evening. People were so stuck on the highway. I mean, they were confessing to us, too. They were like, hey, man, I found a dark corner by the overpass. I got out of my car, and I had to go tinkle over there.
If you got a blanket, you can open the door, hang the blanket kind of behind you, and use the door and the blanket.
We get it.
Everyone knows what you're doing, and Ethan, no one blames you.
But Ethan said something that I think was great, is that at some point you got to scramble the UDOT helicopter, okay?
To bring in some relief.
To drop in 3 or 4 porta potties. What they do is you got to get the ones that are hooked together, like a group of 5, and then it has a hook on top, and it's always at the place, and it's just ready to get a hook, and you just put it in the central location of where those of where the wreck is or whatever, and you just let people walk up there, and look, you'd have a little line or whatever, but there is a real hazard to being stuck in the middle of nowhere and you looking around going, it is time, get this handled. I gotta go.
Yeah, I agree. I think emergency toilet deployment would be
EDP?
Huge.
ETP?
Because look, I'm the guy that drives. I'm the guy that drives with something cold to drink, with a soda.
I was going to say, we're always with a little bit in the tank. I always have a little bit of something just so I can pull over at any time.
I'm the guy who stops by. I'll stop by the Holiday Oil, and I'll get the biggest drink I can get.
Yeah.
And that's how I do it.
I've got the Maverick double extra large cup in the studio right now.
That means that wherever I'm going, I'm on borrowed time. I can't dawdle. Because I've just got to get there.
Ethan is
I've got to get there.
Ethan is on the tipping point of an emergency at all times.
No, I'm not joking.
He's like, I live my life on the edge. How do you do it? Oh, I skydive. What do you do? I always have to pee. Always.
Constantly. So a traffic jam for me is really his worst case scenario.
See, think about it. I think
worst case scenario.
I think that, I mean, it wouldn't happen all the time, but look, it took 9 hours for them to clean this mess up. Think about the other mess you'd have to clean up out of your car, how long it would take. A lot longer than 9 hours.
Well, and plus, to get your car totally detailed, to have someone else do it.
Yeah, sell that thing.
I mean, even at a place like, I'll go twice a year to Supersonic, the car wash.
Yeah.
They shampoo everything inside, and it's, $120.
You got ripped off. Come over to my house, I'll do it for $15.
Will you do a good job?
$15 worth.
Can I bring it over if I've been stuck in one of those traffic jams we've been talking about?
Alex, you just pull up, throw the keys at me. Wash your hands afterward, I'd advise you.
Back in an hour.
All right. Well, you know what?
Hooray for the hero food truck.
Except for look, they are a hero food truck, except for all they did was make a ton of money off of. I mean, it's smart. Don't get me wrong.
Why do you?
But it would have been nice if it was a charity case. Like, hey, you guys, we're all stuck in a bad situation. We're gonna sell these tacos, or we're gonna get rid of these tacos.
Why do you envy their success?
No, I'm not envying their success. I'm just saying a true Zen headline was, and that's when the food truck offered its services free of charge to those stuck in traffic. All they really did was you're playing the Zen headline music for capitalism. Yay! And I think it's
great. I thought you'd be on board with that. But
no,
here
I
you are criticizing
I'm
this
just saying it'd be nice if it was free.
This is a job creator.
What would be nice? What would make this story even better if all the tacos were free? I think we know that's a good
But see, you can't do that because how much food is a taco truck going to hold? Only a certain amount. How many people are on that traffic jam? So you got to find a way to kind of whittle down the customer base. If they tried to offer everything for free, they'd run out of food in 5 minutes, and then police would find that truck rolled over in a ditch on fire.
Did they?
Was there
surge traffic pricing? Like, is it $9 a taco at that point? Because the people in Seattle, they'll pay it. They don't care, especially if you're like, oh, free-range grass-fed beef. Oh, $40 a taco. Tofu, tofurkey, tacos, $100 a piece. People will pay for it.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us today. Look us up on social media, Ethan Millard KSL, Alex Geary KSL on Twitter, and tell a friend, teach a neighbor how to download this podcast. They'll love you for it.